Kevin Stefanski needs to be fired. Period. Kevin Stefanski, I'm calling for your job.
Hey, how about that road win? Stayed resilient together like I told you we needed to, right? Stay resilient together, and we fought together. How about Gage's big punt return on special teams? How about Corey, every single time you're out there pinning those guys doing your job? Great call. Offense wasn't perfect. How about that big play by Sam at the end? IB, huge play. Q, huge play. Harold making a big play. And then another rookie making his first start. Nice job, Shador. Well done. There's that old saying, save the best for last. How about that fucking defensive performance? Holy is what I have to say about that. 10 sacks by our defense. 10 sacks. Okay? I got one ball in my hand. Okay, I got a guy, he's got to get a cold every week. Okay, he had a cold this week. Wasn't feeling himself. 3 sacks, which gives him 18 on the season through 11 games, which breaks his own Browns record. Myles Garrett. Come on, man. So I'll see you guys in tomorrow. Hey, I'll see you Wednesday!
Kevin Stefanski, you need to be fired for conduct detrimental to the team. You continuously let your ego get in the way of the success of this Cleveland Browns team. Kevin Stefanski, who is the 2-time coach of the year, who knows football, who was born in football. I think your dad is was like a big deal as well, Jeff.
I think he was a coordinator. I forget who his dad was, but he was in the league for a while.
You know the game. You know the game. You know football. You had a guy in Dylan Gabriel. That was your pick. That's who you wanted. So even though he showed you time and time and time again that he was not the guy, you refused to be wrong. And so you continue to put him out there on the field when you had Shador, who was completely healthy and wanted to play and was able to play, who was a rookie. Even though he was a 5th-round pick, he's not your average 5th-round pick. You need to be let go of. You are getting in the way. Your ego has gotten in and continues to get in the way of this team, to the point where the team was even up until the point where you had to make the announcement that he will be the starting quarterback for next week. They're up in arms wondering what you're going to do. We're even up into the point where they had to trade away Joe Flacco for you to play him, for you to move Shador up to QB2. We know Dylan Gabriel is your guy. We know that Shador is the owner's guy. But because you're the coach, you get to make those type of decisions, but you don't get to make clientele. You don't get to make the clientele type of decisions, or personnel decisions rather, of who's on the team. So what they do is we trade away the daggone quarterback so that it forces you to play another quarterback. What do you then do? So we trade away Hall of Famer Joe Flacco, who's still killing, by the way. So that's something to be said about that. He's in his 40s. He's still killing. He's helping the Cincinnati Bengals out. We trade him away for you to potentially make the right decision. What do you then do? You guessed it. You put in Dylan Gabriel, who's been stinking it up ever since his first game. And I'll say this, Shador had better stats for his first start than Dylan Gabriel had during his first start. So you did that. And so what did they do? You were even thinking, you even had the audacity of putting Bailey Zappi, who was potentially on, he wasn't even on the lineup. He was on the practice team. You were thinking about making him QB2 instead of Shador. What is wrong with you? To the point to where this is unignorable. You can't even ignore this anymore. This speech that you gave to this team lets us know you do not like this kid. It is plain to see. It's like, why are you putting whatever personal feelings you have above the team being competitive? When you see the way that the whole team was downtrodden, you have broken up the locker room because you continue to put this dude who is not capable of running this team how it should be run out there. They don't have a chance to win when he's out there, and they know that. You demoralize the defense that way. Yes, you daggone right. It affects the defense too, because we know we gonna be out here a lot. We gonna be out here a lot because turnover on downs. Or they punting the ball again and again and again. There's this kid on Instagram. He mimics the Cleveland Browns. We punt. It's absolutely freaking ridiculous, to the point where you don't even give the kid who stood against all of this scrutiny and all of this stuff the game ball. You talk about the defense as if the defense won the game against the freaking Raiders. It's the Raiders. And then while they out there, Shador gets you to the goal line. What do? You take them out. And then you put in then you turn it into a wildcat offense. Which means in this wildcat offense, there's no quarterback. It's the running back who runs the ball into the end zone. You don't even want him to get the credit for the drive. That so much so the boy had to throw a 52-yard pass
across his body.
He wouldn't have even gotten a daggone touchdown if he hadn't thrown a screen pass to one of the guys who drove it in for a touchdown pass. A play that Dylan Gabriel can't make. You saw in that game that he played prior to this one with no reps that he was a better quarterback, and you were hemming and hawing then. It's you that's got them 3-8. It's you that had them 2-8. You were forced into making them 3-8 by putting him out there. Let me tell you this, it didn't have to be that hard. Now, y'all still the Browns, so y'all still trash. They still be dropping passes. Just like Judy, he hop step. I don't know what he was doing with it. You know what I mean? He got the fumble and all that. That was already that was a credit to Shador and a discredit to him. He was playing well. But my gosh, man, I don't hate nobody that much or dislike. Like, I think you so worried about somebody coming and taking your job that you're going to wind up have somebody come and take your job. Because your dislike or whatever, or disdain, whatever you want to call it, for this kid who's a freaking rookie. And you saw how your tone changed when you said it. Oh yeah, by the way, a rookie had his first game. Great job, Shador. Excuse me? I got us 24 freaking points is what I did.
Despite your best efforts.
Because respectfully, defense is stopping them from scoring, but we still got to score to win. So for you to downplay the fact that he put up 24, yeah, it's very obvious.
Go ahead. Thank y'all. You need to be
Yeah.
fired, bro. You
Yeah,
need to be
point blank
fired.
period. You need to be fired.
You need to be fired. You
need
need
to
to
be
go to a
fired.
team with a quarterback that you like, that is actually good and doesn't hold the team back, so that you can coach however you need to coach.
That
Because
works with your system.
that kid is the future. Excuse me.
Yeah.
That kid is right now. And you were willing, if Dylan Gabriel hadn't gotten a concussion, well, according to Jeff, he was going to get a concussion regardless. It was going to happen regardless. It was just a
was in
matter
the
of
works.
time. It was just a matter of time. But nevertheless, it shouldn't have taken a concussion to knock some sense into your head.
I just don't understand why. If the objective is winning, and as a coach, your job depends on you winning. Why wouldn't you put your best foot forward? I get it. You don't like the kid. But at the end of the day, I work with a lot of people I don't like. I tolerate a lot of people I don't like. But then also there's a lot of people I don't like that I understand that that's the best person for the job. So regardless if I like you or not, I'm going to make sure I utilize your skills to make sure that I look good. Right now, he's just looking foolish.
Bill Belichick and Tom Brady did not get along.
That's
for
true.
20 plus years.
That is big facts.
Bill Belichick, Tom Brady was not Bill Belichick's guy.
You know, I will say this: without
Ever.
Tom Brady,
Ever.
without Tom Brady, Bill Belichick is a sub 500 coach. He goes from being the greatest coach in NFL history to I can't even win half my games. And they made it work for 20 plus years, hating each other. Because at the end of the day, Bill wants to do stuff his way, but he cares about winning at the very least. Right? I'm looking at the stats here, right? Stefanski's been the coach of the Browns for 6 years, 2 of which where he's won Coach of the Year. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I know one was definitely with Baker Mayfield, but I think the other one was too. I'm not 100% sure, right? And he got into an issue with Baker Mayfield, and Baker Mayfield had to leave. Baker Mayfield was the first quarterback to get the Browns to the playoffs in years. And you had him sent packing and going to different teams in the league because you can't check your ego. Right? So it's a trend. And if it's a trend, because now we got 6 years worth of evidence, it's you need to go. Because you're not the reason that you won Coach of the Year. You just got blessed by people being healthy and having Myles Garrett on your defense. The audacity for my first week of practice being with the Ones, and I'm the first rookie quarterback to win since 1995, their first start, and I don't get a game ball just because you don't like me. Insanity. Even if I didn't have a great game, 9 times out of the 10, a coach is going to look at you and go, "Hey, good job. You came and you conquered. You were hurt. You weren't even supposed to be out here, and you did it. Here's a game ball."
And if I'm that trash, give me the game ball.
Yeah. The fact that Myles Garrett was looking at him like that boy deserve a game ball. Oh my God. 50-yard pass. We didn't even score that play. I'm just glad I can see it. Because now I'm not going out there beating my head against the wall because I know I'm about to be out here in literally 5 minutes of real lifetime.
And y'all took me out the game as if we in playoff contention. After that drive.
Mm-hmm.
Like we going to the playoffs, like we playing for something.
Yeah. The worst.
And little do you know, keep working your defense that hard. You gonna mess around and get injuries and put yourself in a deeper hole than what you already are in. The defense needs breaks. If your offense is 4 and out every time, your defense is going to slowly break down.
Yeah,
I was telling Isaiah, I was like, we don't even know how good the defense is because they be out there that long. We don't even know how they look. We don't
They
know how
play
they
95% of the game.
That's
They
a
tired.
lot. That's a lot.
They could be the best defense in the league if they wasn't
Right.
tired all the day time.
Right.
Myles Garrett went from saying, I need to wear long sleeves all the time because every time I wear short sleeve, I get drug tested because they think I'm on steroids, to I just need to get out of here. He was demanding a trade not 2 years ago, and then he ended up getting
This
a bag just for that because they knew without him they wasn't winning nothing. And now you got a chance with your offense finally getting some life into the team. You know what I mean? Like I said, Myles Garrett went from I gotta be out here all the time to oh my god, me being out here making a play might actually mean something for us.
Right. My sacks is actually we could see something from all these sacks I'm getting.
It'll translate to something.
It's something.
bro, you could have gave me the game ball after I broke the record.
You could have had you could have had 2 game balls. It's not because there's multiple game balls.
Yeah, give me one of them daggone game balls. Y'all play with more than one ball.
Nah.
It was a statement, but like you're making yourself look dumber, bitter, and more bitter. Like it looks like you make poor decisions, which
He
you
was
do.
so flippant with the hey, good job.
Yeah, good
so
job,
flippant.
Shador. A rookie. He
I've
made
never-
his first. No, he said a rookie made his first start today. I did more than that.
I
downplayed his whole
Yo.
performance.
I have
Sheesh.
never in all my years of watching football professionally heard of a red shirt year.
Right.
In college, yes.
So everybody listening or watching, there's multiple of you watching right now. Shout out to y'all. And by the way, Pastor Rob said, Amanda Seals is always mad, even when she's happy, she's mad. Yes. Stefanski made it known to the Browns organization that he wanted to redshirt Shador for the first year.
Means no practice.
I'm not
no
in
games,
college.
nothing. Yeah.
I'm not in college, bro. I
didn't know
played
that was a
4
thing.
straight years of college. Why are
It's
you
literally-
redshirting me?
College thing.
It's literally it's only like a college. I've never heard it professionally, but I think this goes back to what they were saying in the spring because coaches didn't like his attitude about like I know I'm gonna start, and once that thing got around, so again his ego is like, all right, cool. I had to draft you because somebody, either the GM or the owner, told me I had to draft you, and they argued about that. Everybody was like, I didn't say that. The coach, GM, and the owner were both like, I didn't make him draft him. I've never seen that either, but
I'm gonna go.
that's beside the point.
I'm gonna go one step further, if I may. Stefanski, to treat him the way in which you treated him is to be tone deaf in the NFL today. To treat him at the position that he is in on the field, quarterback, a black quarterback at that, is to be tone deaf about the history of the black quarterback.
Negligent too.
Because
'Cause at this point-
they having a party over there. I don't know.
You're not gonna keep up if you are not like have a quarterback that is with that style or ability of play.
No. Let me say this. Because he don't really run the ball like that. He's
No, go ahead.
he's not your typical quote unquote black quarterback, right? He's in a way he's breaking the mold because here was the thing. You good, Jeff? Here was the thing. I'll bring him back when he come back. Here was the thing. Back in the day, there weren't many black quarterbacks, if any, because they said that we were incompetent. That a black quarterback could not read the offense or the defense as fast as a white quarterback could.
Yeah.
Then when that got disproven, they would say, oh, well, we don't.
Shout out Doug Williams. Sorry.
Yes, shout out to Doug Williams, who was bodying it, and then he killed one of their white quarterbacks on the field, and then he never played another down of football. Then they went from that to, oh, they're incompetent. Oh, well, we don't like our quarterbacks to run the football. So if you were a black quarterback, you had to then run the ball as well. You couldn't just be a good thrower, a good, and because they would say black people don't have good arms. They don't have the dexterity in their arms to make the play or make the right play and all of that type of stuff. Then it went from that to your Mike Vick type, and your Moons and all of that type of stuff.
Warren
But
Moon, Randall Cunningham.
yeah, but it was hard. It was hard because what it had to be was you couldn't just be a black quarterback that threw the football. You had to now run the football.
You had to be an all-around athlete that just happened to be quarterback.
And then the moment that we get in a purebred quarterback, i.e. a white boy, we taking you out for him.
Dante Culpepper was like the only big name black quarterback, and Steve McNair that didn't really run, but even McNair ran a little bit. Culpepper was like, I'm gonna hang out in the pocket and I'm slinging it.
And so now you have a Shador, because you got your Jalen Hurtses, you got your
Lamar Jackson.
you got your but then you got your Patrick Mahomeses. He's black. If y'all don't know, he's black. Where snap, you got a black quarterback, but you got to be half black to be a quarterback now, and to not have to run the ball. Here you have Shador Sanders, who comes from Deion Sanders. In my opinion, top 3 greatest athletes ever. Ever.
A multiple professional sport athlete that did it well.
They was mad at him. How dare you? How dare you play a football game, then play a baseball game, and then play another?
Yeah. You played a baseball. He played
but
a
was
baseball
like
game.
actually good. He contributed in a positive way. He just didn't show up and be like, I'm Dion. No, I'm really the man on the team. Like
This
I
man-
make plays.
Man played in a Braves game and then went to go play the same day play for the Falcons. Crazy work. And
We
was
used
still
to-
the best athlete on the field when he was playing for the Falcons.
Because after he did that, then he scored a touchdown like right after. So he comes from that. Y'all still mad at his daddy for whatever reason. Probably that.
His
he's
dad
not-
told the Giants
Shador
he wasn't
not-
even going to be there when
Right.
they drafted. I'm sorry.
Right. So that's the irony in that, right? So Shador don't run the ball like that. You know what I mean? Now I will say he's gotten faster from what I've seen. He's gotten more agile from what I've seen. Like when he's in the pocket, he look like he don't even be in the pocket. He be running because he's running for his life. But he's able to run for his life now. You know what I'm saying?
When he gets a clean pocket, he does look poised, like you were saying.
Exactly.
And it looks like he's at home.
And he's not scared. He will take the hit. You know what I mean? And so, because he's a big boy, he's 6'2". You know what I mean? And so, you have him, who is your quintessential quarterback. He just so happens to be black. You tone deaf, bro. This was bigger than you. This is bigger than Nino Brown.
If it wasn't for his history with basically running Baker out of Cleveland too, it would mean more to me. I think he's just dumb.
Right.
But you're right. He's super tone deaf. But like this, you don't need to be. Maybe you need to just go back to being a coordinator, because running a whole team seems to be above your skis. You are a 45% winning coach.
This was a power trip because he don't have power over nothing else. He's not the defensive coordinator. He's not the offensive coordinator. He doesn't even have say of who's on the team. So all I got is say over who gets to play. But it's like, bro, if you make too many of the wrong decisions, you won't even have control over that.
It's all right. Like I said, if Shador starts not starting, there's going to be a new coach of the Cleveland Browns.
I think he's shown enough to prove that there still should be.
Oh, 1,000%. But if they keep winning, he's going to keep his job. It's just the nature of the beast.
My prayer is that you change your heart or you change your job. That's my prayer. Because if they're going to continue to win, that is barring Shador Sanders getting hurt.
Yes.
It don't have nothing to do with you at that point. You have proven time and time again that he was not your decision. He is not somebody that you wanted to play. Even up until Even up until that victory speech, you've proven it.
Yes.
And you reluctantly, you hadn't said that boy's name till week 12.
The week before this, he was like, "That's not even that's not even in my plans." When he asked about Shador starting, that's insane. First of all, let me just run back real quick over something because Andy Reid would never. He would never in his life as a professional coach go, "I'm gonna give all the reps to Dylan Gabriel, who I know is injured, and I'm not going to give you one or two runs a piece." Like if there's only 10 reps in practice, right? You could do 6-4, 8-2, but everybody's going to get a shot with the starters. For him to get zero is insane. That is coaching malpractice.
100%. It's malpractice. It's malpractice. And it's even more malpractice because you got the boy who can't even play getting concussions out there. You putting his life in danger.
Like I said, Dylan Gabriel is a college quarterback. He should be sitting next to Tim Tebow on a Saturday countdown or something. He don't need to be playing.
That was the sound off. Cleveland, y'all got some decisions to make. But the sad part is they so accustomed to losing.
Yeah,
Right.
it's such a bad organization. That it's
So
never gonna
bad.
be. It won't be anything else.
So bad. So I wouldn't be shocked if nothing changes. But I do know Shador won't be there.
Right.
I can guarantee you the quarterback behind Joe Burrow gets burned. You know why? Because they know at some point he could get hurt. Let me give him some reps.
And that was the thing. You wasn't even thinking about giving this boy any first team reps. You weren't even thinking about, what if old boy gets hurt? Somebody else is going to have to step in and have understanding of what is going on around here.
And it was apparent
No,
that he
and
knew what the offense was.
we
He
know
was
that,
just
right.
lacking the rhythm. Sorry.
Right. No, we know that there are teams that don't, a lot of QB2s don't get first team reps and all that, but it is not as common as y'all think. Any coach with any sense, if there's 10 reps, if John Elway gets, if John Elway is on the team and they're doing 10 reps, the backup is getting 2. Come on, man. Nah, you should not. You should no longer be the coach, man. This is crazy for you to think about yourself and however you feel over the overall well-being and main goal of the team. Like and subscribe.